Hey there, faithful viewers. Today, I'm going to talk to you about yesterday's news. Yesterday, well, nothing much happened yesterday, but 2 days ago, I got rolled. Rolled, for those of you who do not know, is when you are hauled in by the authorities for something that you did. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, come on! Yeah, and on Monday, I got rolled by the UN, the United Nations. It was fun. You see, what I'm doing in Cyprus is archaeological survey, which means that we lay out big squares and then have a bunch of people walk in straight lines along them looking for stuff, like pottery, or tile, or bits of glass, or screws, or wire, or old Coke bottles. Okay, not old Coke bottles, that's not really useful. But you see, Cyprus is a nice island. It's a great island. It's fantastic. Aside from the blazing sun and the pounding exchange rates, it's quite a nice place to live. But it's kind of got the last divided capital in the world. It's kind of in this weird political morass, by which it's broken into two countries, except that Northern Cyprus, which is the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, is only actually recognized by one other country, which is Turkey. And everyone else recognizes the existence of the Republic of Cyprus, except that nobody wants to really piss off anyone, and so they just call it the island of Cyprus. Now, this is exciting because we don't have permission to work in Northern Cyprus. We have permission to work with the Republic of Cyprus, and we have permission to work with the SBA, which is the, I can't remember, it's the demilitarized zone that's autonomously run by the British, which is right next to the buffer zone, which is the big DMZ along the Green Line, which divides Northern and Southern Cyprus. And you see, you're not really supposed to be in the buffer zone, and, because it's kind of full of bases and stuff. It's really not full of a whole lot. But if you go in, they think you're a spy. And if you go in with a whole bunch of flags, and you look around, and then you put stuff in bags, and then you put the bags on the ground, and you systematically do this for several hours, and they stare at you, they think you're really weird and possibly a spy. And so we got hauled in by the UN, and because it turns out that while we thought we were in the SBA, they thought we were not. We were definitely in the buffer zone, and that was fun. It meant that our professor who was with us was freaking out in the car a little bit and explaining to us how we had better just sit down and shut up and not say anything, because if we got hauled into prison for being in the demilitarized zone, then we technically hadn't intended to do anything wrong. We had, in fact, been in the buffer zone and we didn't have permission, and that is wrong. But we didn't mean to. Please, Mr. Nice UN guy, let us out. And he did. He was actually quite nice about it. He'd just come off vacation, and he was glad to be rid of us, because we could be a very big headache. And that's what I did with Monday. On Monday, I got hauled out of the buffer zone by a nice Slovak unit of the UN. And that was yesterday's news. I apologize for this being sort of set up, but I couldn't actually tape that at all. That would have been really bad. So I hope that you accept that apology, and don't get rolled by the UN. It's not fun. Carry on.